Welcome to Food Vendor 101. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why it's important to have a professional point of sale system. Now, be sure to watch this video all the way to the end because I'm going to be doing a free quiz for all my viewers today. And you know what, guys? If we've never met before, my name is Frankie Epifani with Food Vendor 101. And this is where the entrepreneurial spirit goes to learn. I teach entrepreneurs how to become food vendors. And I'm also the co-founder of The Spot, which is a very successful food and beverage company that focuses on festivals and on air shows. Hey guys, if you're excited to watch this video, write hello in the comments below and let me know that you're here. I would love that. Do me a favor too. Tag someone in the comments that you might think would benefit from this video or maybe even just find it interesting. Also guys, if you can hear me loud and clear in this video, please hit the heart button or even the wow face in the comments below. Okay, check it out. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a second to share this broadcast. I have my wife Farah in the studio here with me, and she's going to go ahead and share this live video on my personal page. You know what, guys? If you could take the time to share this live video on your page as well, I would really appreciate it. Now I'm going to take a look here in my comments. I don't really see anybody yet saying hello, but if you're there, guys, just type it down in the comments and I'll come back to it. Now, whether you're watching this live or even if you're on the rebroadcasts, let me know where you are watching this from in the comments below. Okay, I jump on here even after I go live, or even after I go do a live broadcast. And I do that because I'm here to engage with the people, even if they're coming on and checking out my rebroadcast. So definitely make sure to leave a comment in the comments below. All right, guys. So in today's show, I'm talking about why it's important to use a professional point of sale system in your business. I've been in this business for over 10 years, and I could easily talk for an hour on the reasons of why you should invest in a POS system. Now, we don't have that amount of time today, so I'm going to give you my top 6 reasons as to why you should invest in a POS system. Number 1, looking like a pro. Now, guys, customers think that's attractive, and let me explain why that is. You have to envision, like if you go to McDonald's or if you go to a retail store, Walmart, I mean any of these retailers, okay, when you walk up to the counter or you're walking up to check it out, you're used to seeing a certain thing, which is a point of sale. It's a POS system. It's a way for you to pay, so this way you can take care of, you know, your food or clothes or whatever it is that you're trying to purchase. So you need to understand that if you're at a festival and somebody walks into a show and they're going in to like buy food or buy alcohol or whatever it is, they're going to be attracted to someone that looks professional with points of sale. Okay, so keep that in mind. You're going to look like a pro. And that's the whole idea behind this, is looking professional. We need to step our game up. Now, most promoters will require that you have a POS. So there are certain times when you're at a show, and some festivals are, you know, considered, they do a percentage of sales. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. Or they might want to know how you did, and you might want to need to prove certain things, or, you know, whatever it is. The promoter is going to require that you have a point of sale. Let me tell you a funny story. When I first got started in this business, my point of sale was a box with, you know, little cutout slits that I could put my 10s and my 5s and my 1s in. And then my money box, which was another cardboard box with a hole cut into it, would be where I dropped my big money, like 20s, 50s, and 100s. Was definitely not effective. You know, looking back now, it's like thinking about that is like kind of, you know, crazy, or I don't know. It's just interesting to think about that. But now it's like I can look back and laugh because I have a real point of sale system. So moving on from that, you want to look attractive. You want to look professional. Okay. Customers are very, you know, they want their information being protected. So if you're taking, you know, credit cards, or you're taking, you know, their name and number or their phone number or their email, they're going to want to know that you're using a professional system that protects their information. So that's important to think about. The second thing is, under security is protecting your cash. I mean, guys, like, you want to be able to do that. So, you don't want your money just sitting out in the open. You want to be able to protect it. I mean, there's so many ways of things going wrong, but being able to have a point of sale system with an actual cash drawer, man, that is awesome. That's a great way to run a business, and that's the way I suggest you do it. All right, so moving on to reason number 3. That was number 2. This is number 3. Analytics. So this is your data. Guys, you want to be able to be tracking sales online. Like, how cool is this? I remember there was a show we were doing. We were actually doing 2 shows. One was, in the same town, but one was in a different location, and I was at the other location. Well, one of the coolest things that I've ever been able to do with POS that I really love is being able to log into my phone and see how I'm doing at a festival, track my sales, all that kind of stuff. That's huge. I mean, that gives you a peace of mind because you're not there. You can't talk to anybody. You're busy in your own booth. But if you can take a second to look, I mean, that's really cool. So that's something to keep in mind, for future. Like, that's why POSs are awesome. Another thing that's really cool about analytics is looking at the items sold. So you can actually see, like, that could be beneficial while you're at the show, or that can be beneficial after the show. So you're going to want to say, well, I sold way more pizza than I sold hot dogs. Or, maybe I sold so many lemonades this time, but last year we didn't sell as many. Oh wait, it was 65 degrees outside. That's why this year was really hot. I mean, all these things you can look at are super awesome about analytics. So you could look at items being sold. The other thing that's really cool too is your peak time. So how cool would it be if you could go back, which, eventually once you get good enough, I'm sure you could do it on your own, but I don't rely on that anymore. I actually enjoy analytics. That's why they're there. But you can go back and look at peak times of when you were just slammed busy killing it and be ready for that and be prepared and know that this is what's going to happen. The other thing too is like the amount of food that you're using. So what's cool about, analytics on POS is you can actually see the amount of food that's being used or how much you went through and all that kind of stuff. So that is really awesome. And then my last thing on, the part of analytics and data is saving money on payroll. So you guys are able to actually see what kind of, payroll you're going to need. You can, narrow it in and make sure that people are coming in at the right times and all that other good stuff. So analytics is huge. Then the other thing, which this is number 4, we just talked about number 3. So reason number 4 is accepting credit cards, Apple Pay, and Google Pay. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but things are changing. And technology is taking over. And you wouldn't believe how many times I have customers come up to my booth and say, I didn't bring my wallet, I didn't bring my credit card, it's just my ID and my phone, and I want to use Apple Pay. And you know what, there's been times when sometimes it kind of is a little weird, but it works out every time. And people spend more money. So accepting credit cards in these types of ways, or these types of payments, whether it's Google Pay, Apple Pay, or credit cards, you're going to see that this is going to be about 50 to 70% of your sales. Okay? Customers are using Apple Pay. They're using credit cards. They're using, Google Pay. I mean, this is just the way things are going. So if you're still stuck in that mindset of, well, I'm going to, take cash. No, not only is that not a good idea because, times are changing, but the other thing is like people spend more money when they use a credit card. So keep that in mind for your business. Now so that was number 4. Reason number 4. This is reason number 5. We're going to be talking about staff accountability. Okay? So this is another good reason to have POS. It's keeping mistakes to a minimum. Okay? I remember when I had no POS and I was expecting my front people to actually do math in their head, which, I'm not saying they're not capable of it. It's completely easy to do depending on situations, but when you're real busy and you start getting big orders and big numbers and all this stuff, things can get confusing. And the problem with that, going back to security, is, you could be giving too much change back, you cannot be giving the customer enough change, and so there's a lot of, discrepancies there, and you want to make sure that you're keeping the mistakes to a minimum. And the other thing too, keep in mind, we use a lot of short temp. A lot of people are temporary staff. So hiring a stranger and being able to monitor them on a POS is a great thing. You know, that's one of the things that I love about POS, is being able to monitor new people and also being able to monitor staff production. So a cool thing is being able to, you know, look at one of my staff's registers and say, wow, like he or she is kicking ass. Like, you know, maybe she deserves a bonus. Like, you know, those are really cool things because you can narrow it down and see really who's doing a good job. And then, so that's reason number 5. Now I'm going to talk about the last reason, number 6, and that is tips. One thing that Farah and I really like focus on is making sure that our staff make tips. We want you guys to make money. We want them to make money. We want the energy. Like, that's what makes our company so awesome. So keep in mind, with having POS, people will tip way more, especially when you have the option to give a percentage, or, you know, even like you know, I can't remember the name of it now, but it's basically a tipping option where, you know, you can, it's a smart tipping. That's what it is, smart tipping. So you can do smart tipping or you can do percentage, which is really cool. So that's pretty much what I have to say about POS systems. I'm going to go to my comments here really quick. I just want to check this out and see who joined me, because for me this is a lot of fun. This is probably one of my most fun things to do. So I see that we have Hala waving. Hi Hala, nice to see you. We have Olivia, and I think that's pretty much it. Hey guys, I really appreciate you interacting. Once again, like I said before, if you guys can, you know, share this on your own page, if you can like it, hit that heart. I love hearts. I love them. That would be really cool. So I hope my video has helped you understand the importance of having a POS system in your booth. If you have any questions or would like to suggest any topics for me to talk about in my future videos, please leave comments below. Join me next week, because I'm going to be doing my Facebook live show every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you want to learn more about becoming a food vendor, please visit our website at foodvendor101.com. And also, in the descriptions of this video, you're going to see that I put a link to a quiz. So go check out that quiz, answer some questions for us so we can get to know you a little better. Until next week, keep hustling and keep killing it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.